meaning an inability to be separated from these things. So this a very disturbing mind that we have that doesn't want to be separated from the object. This is called attachment. Now, the second one is called anger. So, anger includes a lot of different things, but the basically means a pained mind, very disturbed mind. So, it means not only when we get angry and we're clenching our fists and turning red in the face and whatever, even when we get depressed and we have a very kind of disturbed and pained mind, that basically comes under anger. So in Tibetan is you say like kuni narsem. It means a pained mind. So very kind of rough state of mind that wants to avoid a certain object, basically. So it's like it can't bear an object. So your enemy or a person you don't like at work or whatever causes you to recoil, causes you to want to be separated from it. That's basically what we're talking about with anger. And the last one there is called ignorance. So ignorance is talking about the lack of knowledge or lack of clarity about the four truths and about the two truths. So it means not understanding the nature of life, nature of our existence for the four truths, and not understanding reality in terms of the two truths. So not knowing and being unclear about emptiness, that comes into ignorance. So ignorance is the cause of these two, the cause of anger and attachment. So I quoted it before, so I'm sorry to kind of bore you again by saying it again, but in the in Chandrakirti's Madhyamaka it says that sentient beings first they apprehend self, I, and then from that they think this is mine, and grasp at things, and then they spin like water wheels, like buckets of a water wheel in cyclic existence. So it means that first you have this ignorance about self, and the ignorance about self causes you to relate to things of the self in a mistaken way, to have attachment to them, or to have aversion and have hatred and anger towards them. So this is the three poisons, and this is all when we're talking about the truth of true origination or true origins. So these are the things that are causing us the a lack of ultimate happiness. These are the things that are causing us on a deeper level suffering and dissatisfaction. Okay. So that's the true origins or true origination. Now, the next one, the third noble truth, is the true cessations or true cessation I got there. So, what's a cessation? Cessation just means stopping. So when means the stopping of afflictive emotions and karma, stopping of afflictive emotions such as anger and actions. So, for example, the arhats, the foe destroyers, they don't have any afflictions. They don't have any anger, attachment, because they've destroyed ignorance. So this lack of the afflictions, this lack of the attachment, hatred, so on, is called a cessation, basically. So it means the stopping of the afflictions, the stopping of hatred and so on. then you have the last one, which is true paths. So how do we get this result of cessation? Well, by practicing the true paths. So true paths means basically we talked about this before, the minds that directly realize emptiness. So for example, when we were talking about a foe destroyer. So foe destroyers, to get to their state, to get to where they are, having destroyed all the afflictions, they have to meditate on emptiness for a very long time, at least 3 lifetimes, and those after having understood emptiness correctly, then meditating on it, finally it becomes non-conceptual and clear to them, and then at that point that's a true path. So why is it called a path? Because it takes you to liberation. So like path to Auckland means something that takes you to Auckland, yeah? Auckland City. So path here means path to liberation. Why is it called path to liberation? Because it leads you to liberation. So that's what we're talking about with true paths. So why okay, now you might have noticed we've got the result first and then the cause. And for this one here we've got the result first and then the cause. So why is that? Why don't we have cause and then effect, cause and effect? No, because causes come before the effects. Like first you have the cause, like the seed, and then after that you have the sprout, which is the effect. So you have what comes before is the cause and what's after is the effect. Why is the order reversed here? Well, there's a reason. There's a reason for that, and it's explained in a text called Sublime Continuum by Maitreya, and the text says that know you are sick, know the cause of, so know you are sick, abandon the cause of your sickness, attain health, and rely on the medicine. Likewise, suffering, origination, cessation, and paths should be known as what is to be recognized, what is to be abandoned, what is to be attained, and what is to be relied upon. So it means like if there's a patient and they have a disease but they don't acknowledge it, they don't know they're sick, you can't help them basically. So the first step is knowing that you're sick. Then, okay, now if the patient knows they're sick, just that isn't enough. They have to understand what the disease is, what's causing them to be sick. Then just having that is enough. Just knowing that they're sick, knowing what the cause of their sickness is, that's not enough. They have to abandon they have to stop the cause of the sickness and attain the cessation of the sickness, attain health. And what do they do to attain health? Well, they rely on the medicine. So in just like that example, first of all, we have to understand about our predicament, our problem, our lack of ultimate happiness. Otherwise, we can't do anything about it. It's like the first step. So the Buddha said that we should understand or recognize the truth of suffering. So understand that the situation we are in now lacks this kind of ultimate happiness. And then from that, one starts to think, okay, well, if I lack this ultimate happiness, what's the cause? What can I do about it? Then that's when you think about the true originations, the truth of originations. So, okay, what is causing me to lack happiness? What is causing the problems? Well, it's the afflictions, like we were talking about, the 3 poisons. Those are causing us the problem, and then we might start to abandon them, start to stop engaging with them so much. so okay, if we stop engaging, uh, okay then, okay, can we stop engaging them? Well, if we thinking about that, it's like asking, can we be healthy again? Can we attain health? So that's the point of thinking about true cessations. So with true cessations, uh, we're saying yes, you can stop the afflictions, and you can be free from them, and the stopping of that is lack of suffering. It's like an ultimate happiness. Then, okay, if we can attain a cessation, if we can stop this lack of ultimate happiness, what do we do to get there? Well, that's when we're thinking about the true paths. So how do we get to the state where we don't have any suffering anymore, where we're completely happy? Well, by practicing the true path. So we rely on the true path to get there. So this is why the Four Truths are taught in this way. It's a way of thinking about the Dharma that incites us to practice. So, like, if we don't know we're sick, we won't look for the cause of the sickness. So that's why the sickness itself is taught first. The sickness, the true sufferings. So, if the Buddha taught true origination first, so okay, this is the cause of your suffering, people would think, okay, no, we're not suffering. We don't have any problems. Everything's fine. Okay, no need. So that's why that's why true origination isn't taught first. Same with true paths. Like, okay, if you teach true paths before true cessation, when you're thinking about the human predicament in this way, then okay, if you teach, yeah, hey, there's a path to liberation, this is it, then people will say, okay, well, why? Like, what's liberation? Can we even attain liberation? So there'll be kind of a doubt or an obstacle in understanding it. So that's why true cessation is taught before true paths. So when you're talking about them in the order that they come in, first true origination comes about. So first you have attachment, ignorance, so on. Then from that come true suffering. So come rebirth as under the power of a rebirth under the power of these afflictions. And then if you're talking about attaining a release from cycle existence or liberation, well, what comes first? True paths come first. So first of all, you have to practice a path, and then in dependence on practicing the path, you attain the cessation or the stopping of the suffering. So that's if we're talking about the order that they come in, the sequence, it's the reverse of what we've got there. So first you have origination, then suffering. First you have true paths, and you have true cessation. Alright, so now